This here is the Lark Max 2 4 microphone setup from Hollyland that I picked up and have been testing the last couple days. And for the most part, I really like the system, but I found a flaw that's really giving me a lot of trouble, and that is the lavalier microphone connections. Each of the transmitters has this little USB attachment that connects and gives you the 3.5 millimeter for a microphone attachment on there. And this is where I've been having my trouble. So let me show you how I've been testing this. I first, of course, turn on the receiver. That's coming up. I'm going to plug in my Sony headphones here so I can listen to the microphones and tell you what they're doing. So I make sure I put that into the headphone jack right there. And we're good to go there. And I'm going to turn on receiver number 1 right here. And it comes on and it will sync up and you will see it ticking right there, which is wonderful. So number 1 is working fine and you can see everything happening there. So now when I plug in the USB adapter, of course the microphone goes quiet. So now I've tried to test some really high-end quality adapters with this. This first one is a Countryman headset that I use all the time at national conferences and big events that I do. It's got the right jack. It's a TRS connection. There's only 3 connection points in there. Plug that in there and I get nothing. I can tap on here. You can see that there's nothing happening down here on this microphone. So that one is a fail. That is a very expensive microphone. It's about $350. Then I grab my Rode lavalier mics. I've used these forever with my, actually this is a Sehiser, I'm sorry, this is a Sehiser lavalier mic. I've used it forever with my Rode microphone setups. And in fact, that's what I'm using right now to record. I plug that one in there right there. And same thing, nothing on there. You can see touching it. It does not sense it. So there's 2 very high-end microphones that have been a fail. Then I'm going to grab a really cheap over-ear microphone setup here. These are really cheap ones, about 60 bucks. Plug that one in. Nothing on it either. So far 3 fails. Then if I take a really cheap brand lavalier microphone that I have, again, TRS connection, plug that one in and guess what? It works. You can see I talk into it and you can see it ticking right there and everything seems to be working okay. So that is a really cheap model of a lavalier microphone that is working right. So there's one that works. And then I also like this. This is a Rode over-the-ear microphone setup. Plug that in and guess what? That one works too. You can see right there I talk into it. Sounds nice and clean. So out of 5 microphones that I really like, only 2 have worked. I did order a little adapter and tried this little adapter that is USB-C to 3.5 inch, but that is really designed for headphones, and sure enough, it made no difference when I went directly into the microphone. In fact, it would not sense or do anything whatsoever. It doesn't sense that I plugged in right here, so I'm still using the actual microphone on top of the transmitter there. So that was a no-go with that little idea that I tried there. So that is something that I'd really like to have Hollyland figure out. And I don't know if it's a software or what, but to be clear, this is the TRS connection here on this one, and it's the same TRS on this one, same on this microphone, same on every one of my microphones, has the exact same connection, but I'm getting different results on them. We're only 2 out of all of them connected. One of them was a really cheap model of a lavalier microphone, and the other one was the Rode over-the-ear microphone that actually did okay on that in that regard. So another little flaw that I found in this configuration was that these monitors right here are actually monitoring the channel output. They are not monitoring what is coming in. And the 2 on this left side, which are 1 and 3, they're going to the left channel on the output, and the 2 on the right side are going to the right channel output. What is a little bit buggish is if I take number 3, okay, and I turn it on as well. So right now I've got number 1 on, and I'm going to turn on number 3. here it comes up. Okay, you see them ticking equally. They are ticking exactly equally. Hopefully I can get that into the camera and make sure you can see that. And even if I talk directly into 3 really close, and it is, number 1 is down on the ground, put away, it is ticking at equal levels. So that means that I am monitoring an output, because technically this channel 3 should be a lot higher than 1. In fact, I can take number 1 and put it all the way across the room, which I'll do real quick. I'm walking this number 1 clear about 30 feet away. And I even stuck it inside a cushion, underneath a cushion on my couch. But guess what? You can see number 1 is ticking equally to number 3. So 3 sitting here. 1 is clear over on the other side of the room, but both levels are ticking equally and they're monitoring equally, meaning that it's not truly monitoring. These little meters do not truly indicate what that microphone is seeing. That is something that I think they need to fix in the software and make that so you're seeing what each microphone is doing. Because if 1's a lot louder, it should be pounding louder than 3, and vice versa. Because right now, number 3 should be really hitting the meters, and number 1 meter should absolutely have almost nothing in it, because it's 30 feet away underneath the couch cushion. So that is a flaw in the design of these when it comes to monitoring, and I think that's something they hopefully will fix. So I think there's some really cool potential with these. I'm not sure I'm going to keep them, because if I cannot get my lavalier microphones to work and be confident in them, I don't know if that works for me, because I get that these are tiny and you can put them on people, but when I'm doing multiple people shoots and I don't want to see even this little cube shown out on somebody's shirt or something. We shoot a lot of ladies, and they wear some very silky scarves and stuff like that, where I need to actually put a lob and hide it somewhere instead of a block up on the front of their outfits. I think that is a challenge that I have. I really need these Sehiser microphones, these lavaliers, to work, because they sound good, they look good, and you can hide them easy, and they have been very, very durable in my current setup. Currently, I have 4 sets of these Rhodes, and they have been really nice. I just was thinking, dang, in comparison, the Hollylands are half the size of the Rode box, and about half the thickness as well, and yet they will record and do about the exact same. So I'm sure Rode's going to probably minimize pretty quick and get small as well, but that's kind of my current workflow, is Rode mics with the lavs. In fact, I plug a lav microphone right into it right now. And you can see that when I bring this microphone right up to a good talking position, it works really good, rather than using the little microphone that's built in right there. I get to use a lav mic that hides much better.